Christchurch, 2 police officers were seriously injured and police dog Gage was shot dead by an armed gunman. These policemen could have easily joined the 29 officers which have been killed on duty in New Zealand. Does this mean police need to routinely carry guns? Does this mean New Zealand need to join the many other countries that arm their police force? Have we reached the stage where this is necessary in New Zealand? I say no. New Zealand police should not strap on a gun every time they dress for work. Many people would argue that police need to be armed in any situation, but would you like it if a police officer turned up outside the school carrying a gun when all that they really wanted to do was check that children were crossing the road safely? What about if an officer was carrying an extremely dangerous weapon when speaking to some preschoolers about the work of the police? Doesn't that seem a little excessive? Then there's a word we all hate to talk about: suicide. I mean, someone who wanted to kill themselves could run around brandishing a weapon, and all it would take would be boom, and that person would get what they wanted: suicide. Although we hate to talk about suicide, it is a reality, and New Zealand police could easily find themselves in a scenario like this. Another issue to consider is more and more police arming themselves. I mean, put yourselves in the criminal shoes for a minute. What would you do if you knew for a fact that every New Zealand police officer was carrying a gun? Arm yourself for your own protection, probably with a more dangerous weapon than the police carry. This could lead to more deaths, more injuries, and the community feeling unsafe. Then there's the fact that innocent people are shot when they get involved with or are bystanders to a police shootout. Even with an unarmed police force, this happens. An example of this is Helito Naiatoki. In January 2009, he was innocently driving his courier van along the northwestern motorway in Auckland, where he was accidentally shot and killed by a stray bullet fired by police in an attempt to stop a crazed gunman. Imagine how often this could occur if all police were armed all the time. My final point is that police are respected by society, and they are seen to be among our most law-abiding citizens. Are we still going to respect them and hold them in high esteem if they are always carrying guns? Are we prepared to accept, as a society, that some people have the right to kill? As I have stated, there are many arguments as to why the police should not routinely carry guns. These are having police armed in inappropriate situations, suicide by police, escalating numbers of criminals carrying weapons, and a key change to the way New Zealanders view police. Yes, the police do a dangerous job. Yes, they have the right to defend themselves. I think that New Zealand needs to work harder to address the causes of violence and investigate longer-range, non-lethal weapons to immobilise, not kill, armed criminals. Guns are not the way.